bet you thought this was over. I bet you thought Harold was gone in the attic. See you next year. Nope, I'm not ready to say goodbye, Harold. So one more, just one more Halloween video, please. Well, I mean, you're here, so obviously we're on the same page there. Now let's see about our featured patron. Are you with us? Let's just give Harold one final brain stir for the year. Okay, what you got for me, Harold? Come on, get one. That'll do. Meagan, thank you so much for being our fabulous featured patron, Meagan. I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that you, Meagan, are a spooky babe too, and will forgive us for doing Halloween videos on into November. At least I hope, because this one's for you. Thanks, Meagan. Okay, so Hallowedding, right, we all know about this now. We're all on the same page, but if we're not, I'm getting married next year, Halloween 2020. Hallowedding. Okay, everybody's caught up. I was super excited for November 1st this year so that the Halloween sales would like blow my mind and I could just swipe up every Halloween thing in sight as decorations for my wedding next year. Problem. Advice. Maybe don't do that. I've made a mistake so that you don't have to. I was assuming, like they do with Christmas stuff, like I think they've done every year in the past with Halloween stuff, like how after Halloween you can get all that candy really cheap. I was assuming that was a thing. Cut to November 1st. It's Christmas. It's just Christmas everywhere. Halloween never happened. Gone. Don't even think about a pumpkin. We are sleigh bells. Snowfall. Saint Nick is coming. I've never heard of Halloween. What? Okay, so leading up to Halloween, I was seeing all of these sales and probably like the last 2 weeks leading up to Halloween. And I was like debating buying it then because things were on really good sale, like 60% off, maybe even 70% off. And I was like, I could buy this stuff now while it's on sale, or I could wait till after Halloween when it just drops, it hits the floor, the sales are to the roof, like 90% off. I'll just wait it out. I'm not in a hurry. Oops. Probably should have gotten it before Halloween for 70% off. Okay, that was a mistake, but there were a few things here and there around town. And the things that I did pick up for the wedding, I got a lot of, so I figured that we could do a post-Halloween clearance wedding haul today. That's what we're gonna do, although I would recommend perhaps not doing this. Shall we start taking a look at what I got? The first things that I picked up were these two little lanterns. Excuse me. Like, look at this, look at this. Okay, see? How cute. Little jack-o'-lantern with a, like, fake little flicker candle inside. These were $50 and I got them 70% off, I think. So I think I got these for around $15 each. I got these with a little DIY plan in mind because right now, cute and spooky, but not really the colors or aesthetic of my wedding. So instead of having like a wedding color, I'm doing more of like a wedding color palette. So not everything has to be like exactly the same color, but I want them all to be in these like pinks, like warm pinks, blush kind of colors, light orange, creams, golds, that kind of palette, okay? Think about it, use your imagination. Are we on the same page? I sure hope so. So as you can see, from your imagination and mine, this does not fit into that. It's close with the orange, but it's a little bit of a darker orange than I would want. And this black, gotta go. So my plan for these is to paint this orange part either a lighter peachy orange or a gold or a light pink, something like that. Remove this guy. Actually, I might be able to just do that right now. Okay, scissors. about it. Okay, better already. And then I think we attached like some flowers, maybe like these kind of colors. Might look really cute around it too. With it being like gold or light pink or something like that. I think that would be so pretty. Okay, so yeah, crafty craft in mind for these little guys. And I'm so excited because I'm gonna be able to reuse all of this decor like in my spooky setup every year. Like, I'm so excited, you guys. Okay, so after Michael's, which is where I got those first lanterns, we went to At Home. Their post-Halloween selection, weak. There was hardly anything there. But they did have these little mossy fake pumpkins that were $12.99 but 50% off. So I know that these don't really fit into the palette that I literally just mentioned, but okay, here's the plan. Stuff for the wedding day. Pretty, peachy, pinky, elegant, spooky. Does that make sense? Vibing what I'm saying? And then we also have some decor for our costume party. That is going to be the night before. And that decor is like campy, fun, like silly Halloween decorations. Or like spooky, just wacky Halloween decor that we just like, but doesn't really fit in with our like pretty Halloween wedding, you know? Does that make sense? Okay. Okay, here's an example. Okay. Oh my god, it's so funny and just like the silliest thing I've ever seen. These opposable pumpkin limbs. I can just picture him like sitting on the bar like, hey, what's up? Come get a drink. Come on. It's so just silly, ridiculous. I love it. Costume party, wedding. We vibing the diff? Difference is clear? Oh my god, it's so funny. That kind of thing will be at our costume party the night before, which has no color palette and is just like anything spooky or funny. We're just sticking it there. So these little mossy pumpkins, what I got these to go with are, I don't have them yet because they've been ordered online, but I got these to go with these eyeballs that are really cool and interesting looking. We just already had the eyeballs ordered, so when I saw these, I was like, ooh, those would be so cute to complement the little eyeball bowls. And they were like really cheap, so it'll just be little decorations to kind of complement our spooky eyeballs. So after At Home, that was literally all that they had that was like even remotely on track with what we were doing. After At Home, we headed to Joann's, which had these flowers. Just these though, only this little bunch, but I really like this color. This is the Blooming Autumn bush flowers from Joann, which were originally $9.99. These were on sale for $3. I only had this one set though, so we went online, ordered a whole bunch more of these so that we can either cut them up and put them in our own little bouquets or sprinkle them around the venue or whatever we want to do with them. I personally, my thoughts on flowers are, I personally don't care much about like real flowers. Like, it's just not a priority for me. They cost so much money, they die immediately. I think if fake flowers are pretty, who cares? Sure, yes, as you'll see, we have more fake flowers coming up because they look amazing and I love them and I don't care to spend tons of money on something that's just gonna be thrown away. I like all these flowers, I'll keep them. I would love for these to live on in my house other than just for my wedding. Like, they're so pretty. I am team fake flowers. You can get them way in advance. They're not gonna die. You can use them as pointers and they're not gonna break. And you don't have to worry about them being infested with spiders. I'll probably have like my bouquet as real flowers, and other than that, I'm cool with all of the flowers being fake. I don't care. Oh, but yeah, these were like $3 and we ordered like 9 more of them or something online. Okay. After Joann's, it was all that they had. It was a very small selection, and that wasn't even in the Halloween section. It was just on sale because it was fall. It's called Blooming Autumn. So they were like, bye, Halloween section, nothing. I was really disappointed in Joann's selection of Halloween goodies because there was a thing there specifically leading up to Halloween that I was like, okay, after Halloween, these are mine, all of them, I will take them. And that was these specific carvable pumpkins. These are called Funkins, okay? Which, okay. I love the name. So these are Funkins, carvable pumpkins. And Joann's carries Funkins, and I think like AC Moore carries Funkins, but they're the best carvable pumpkins, so the internet says, and I love the like pastel orange color and that they're not super shiny. Like, okay, let me show you, for example, a carvable pumpkin that's not a funkin'. So you can see the difference here. This one is really shiny and is like, it just looks like hella fake. We'll get to these. But I think with a little bit of painting, like custom painting on these, that the Funkins could look really, really good. So I was hoping to get like a ton of these after Halloween, but Joann's just like Thanos these out of here, just like poof, gone. How? How are they like impossible to find now? These are what I want to use for the table numbers at my wedding. I really needed a lot of these and we've been like jumping through hoops to find them, and I think we found enough. Thanks, Gail, MVP, if you're watching. You're the best. Running all over the place trying to find more Funkins. Anyway, all of that to say, these I love, and Joann's did not have them, so thanks for nothing, Joann's. After Joann's, we hit up Hobby Lobby. We popped briefly into Hobby Lobby again. Just a miserably small Halloween section on November 1st. But they did have one thing that we were looking for that was like on our list, and that was Halloween goodie bags or little treat bags that we're gonna use to put little candies or snacks or whatever. Ibuprofen, Gatorade, you know, things for our guests. We got little gift bags. I talked about this a little bit in my last video, little trick-or-treat bags that have things that our guests might want or need in an old spooky hotel. Okay, these ones are my favorite so far. They say eat sweets and be spooky. So cute, and they have both orange and black. This comes with 12 in here, and I think these were about $1 each. We bought all of the ones that they had left. Oh yeah, okay, so they were originally $3 and we got them, I want to say like 50 or 60% off, something like that. They were around like just over $1 each. We got a bunch of them. Had to gloss back up. So next, we went to AC Moore, and this is one of the things I'm most excited that we got because it's so gorgeous. Okay, so AC Moore didn't have much of a Halloween section either. Kind of a trend among these, I guess, just don't go the day after Halloween for Halloween stuff. Just not a thing really, I guess. But like with Joann's, what they did have is floral, and AC Moore had some amazing, perfect in my color palette, also perfect because pumpkins and Halloween floral arrangements. Okay, hold on. Brace yourselves. These are so pretty. Look at this arrangement. Ooh, these colors are so pretty. And look at like these little velvet pumpkins. Can you see this? I love these little pumpkins. This huge bouquet is supposed to be like over $100. This was on super sale probably because of the pumpkins, I'm guessing. And it came in this like this thing, which I don't particularly care for, so I think I might take this off and put these in a pumpkin or a funkin. Like cut the top off of this and put these flowers in it after I paint the funkin to be a little more realistic or carve it or something. It's gonna be so cute. So I have some inspo pics of like these little pumpkins that have scalloped tops. I'll pop it up. But like cut the top off in a scalloped sort of fashion. Put a bunch of flowers in it. Oh my god, so pretty. Or I would also be happy just completely disassembling this bouquet and breaking it into a bunch of smaller ones. Like we also have this one. You can see it's got little pumpkins in it as well. Or mix them in together with these guys from Joann's. Like we have tons of options and I don't have to decide now. I just saw that I liked them, so I got them and was like, we'll figure this out later. All I know about these is that I think the colors are beautiful. I love, love the little pumpkins. I don't like this. And it's just such a beautiful, pretty arrangement. It's just like so perfectly our palette. I love it. It's so pretty. And I got 3 of the smaller ones. We just bought everything that they had that was like these kind of flowers and this color palette with the little pumpkins in it. We just bought it all. I don't remember exactly, but I feel like the little ones ended up being like $10 each and the big one, 50 maybe? I don't really remember, but it was something like that. Okay, if you thought that I had fun at AC Moore with the florals, just wait until we got to the second Michael's that we went to that day. I'm not kidding, we went to like every craft store in town. So we went to another Michael's and they had a better Halloween selection than the first. They still had pumpkins out. They just had like a huge display of tons of these craft pumpkins. It's like, okay, these kind of pumpkins will be good for, whoops. These kind of pumpkins, while not as good as the Funkins, will be good for bringing a little bit of color variety. These ones we can stick just around, like carve little designs into them and stick them like on a cocktail table or near the bar or whatever. We can stick these things wherever. They don't have to be like the center of attention like we will probably do with these Funkin ones. But these were like 80% off. The sign said 70 and then we were buying them. We were like, these are $4 each. So we got these as kind of like secondary craft pumpkins just to like give the pumpkin theme around. I'll probably end up painting these too just so that they're not so shiny. But cheap decor and a great way to bring a bunch of pumpkins to our Hallowedding. We got like 10 of these and we also got a bunch of, ooh, this smells good. We got a bunch of these little bags of pine cones with little pumpkins in there. I want to say we got 10 or so of these as well because these were also 80% off. And so my plan for these is to spray paint them and use them to hold like seating name tag chart things. You know, you've seen them. I'll pop up an inspo. So I got a whole bag of pine cones and baby pumpkins. And I think I'll spray paint them. I'll probably mix it up. Like I'll have some that are kind of a pinky color, some that are gold, you know, the palette. We'll have the whole palette and just mix them all up together. And we thought that was the end of our shopping, but then we went home and carved one of the craft pumpkins from Michael's, the $4 shiny little craft pumpkin. That was the most fun I've ever had in my life. It was so fun. Jean got these little like heat tools and it's basically the one that we got. I'll pop it up. It comes with a bunch of different attachments used for carving things or like pyrography. I don't know if that's the right word. So we got one of those. And basically it's like an X-Acto knife, like a hot X-Acto knife. And dude, when you start carving these craft pumpkins, it just cuts so smoothly and easily, and it's the most satisfying thing you've ever done in your life. It's so good. So we went back and bought 16 more pumpkins. We bought so many craft pumpkins. It was so fun, you don't understand. Okay, let me show you an example. Okay, for example, we're gonna be shooting our save the dates shortly, like within the next few weeks. And I really wanted to get this pumpkin from At Home that says October 31st with a little spider on it because that's our wedding date. I thought it'd be really cute in our save the dates, but as I mentioned, every Halloween thing in town is gone. So I missed my chance to get that pumpkin. So I was like, you know what? Let me just carve it into one of our craft pumpkins and we'll use that instead. So, how cute. Okay, you can't really tell with all my lights on, but how cute is it carved into this little crafty guy? Just imagine it painted a little bit where it's a little less shiny, maybe some little brown spots on it. You know, I'll paint it and it'll be good. But this was so fun to carve with the hot tool. Like, I feel like I just need to make a whole satisfying video carving these things because it is so fun and satisfying, and it's just like, it's like cutting butter. It's so satisfying. Which is why we bought like 100 of these. I don't think you get it. Megan, I don't think you understand. Hold on. This is not even all of the pumpkins, you guys. We have so many pumpkins, which is all I've ever wanted in this life. There are pumpkins everywhere. They're like rolling across my house like tumbleweeds. They're like bopping around in my car. They're everywhere. So if you'd be at all interested in like a satisfying video carving these with the hot tool, let me know. Another pumpkin carving video option is like designing and making my centerpieces, because I want to use these Funkins for the centerpiece and like carve the table numbers into them. It's a whole thing. I have like a ton of ideas for what I want to do for my centerpieces, so that could be a whole video in itself. We're gonna have a wedding playlist this year, fellas. And yeah, I mean, it really, to me, doesn't feel like that big of a haul, but I guess there's a lot of things based on the fact on how many pumpkins are rolling across my floor right now. But it's definitely a start. We have a direction for florals. We have our centerpieces underway. We have our little name pine cones. We have some DIYs on board. We're making progress on the trick-or-treat bags. And we have some spooky decor for the costume party. We're making moves. I feel like progress has been made. I am so excited, and I'm working on the vision of how everything's gonna look, and it's so pretty and good, and I'm just like so excited to take you guys on the wedding planning journey with me because I have so much to say. Many DIYs are in our future, so if you have any interest in a fall autumnal wedding planning series, good, because it's probably coming either way. I sure hope you do. If you do, subscribe. If you don't, also subscribe. Thank you guys for watching today. Thank you, Meagan, for being our Halloween wedding bargain hunter. Hopefully it works out better for you than it did for me. And I hope you guys got some discount candy that tastes delicious. Some 80% off Reese's pumpkins for everybody. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and for real, I promise this is the last Halloween video. I promise. Maybe. It is.